What's going on, guys? Kyle Bradshaw from Nelson Rigg, and today we're going to be installing the Road Trip Saddlebags from Route 1. These are a very simple installation on the Vulcan S, and we're going to give you the step-by-step details. So with this installation, we basically have three different tools. 4mm Allen, we have a 10mm socket, and a 12mm socket. The process is really simple. We're going to be installing our two saddlebag brackets right here onto the side of the motorcycle, which then snap into this bar right here. We then have these two hook and loop straps that go through that bracket and secure the bag to the bottom of the bracket. We then have the throw over strap that's going to go over the top of the fender here. That's going to allow the bags to maintain their vertical nature and provide extra support. So now let's get into it. The first step is going to be to remove these two button head bolts here on the frame rail. This is going to be your 4mm Allen wrench. And that's going to allow us to be able to expose the fender rail here. Now for this installation, we're also going to remove this plastic panel. Neither of these two panels will be reused when installing the saddlebags. Next, we're going to use our 10mm socket here and remove these two bolts, which are going to allow us to remove the rest of this plastic flashing. Now when removing this piece, there's a little tab down here. So there's a little square tab right here that slides into this guy. Go ahead and slide that towards the seat, and that's going to come off. Now both of our saddlebag supports are going to go underneath these two bolts right here. Now if you are attaching a passenger backrest, you're going to go ahead and remove this plate. This plate will then not be reused in the installation, and you'll see that here in just a minute. Now these two bolts here are going to be the 12mm socket is what you're going to need to remove these two bolts. Now if we're going to install this without a passenger backrest, this is exactly what the installation would look like. We're going to take our two OEM bolts and go right back into these two slots. Now that exact process is going to be repeated on the other side. Now that we have the brackets secured onto the motorcycle, we're going to take our hook and loop strap right here and we're going to feed it through these two little plates down here at the bottom. Now once I have the straps passed through these two brackets, I'm going to go ahead and set my bag in place and snap this bar into the bracket. Now once that bar is snapped into the bracket, I'm going to go ahead and hold this saddlebag to the proper height or angle that I'm going to want it at. I'm going to pull tight on this hook and loop strap and secure it to the bottom of the bag. So once we have the other bag snapped into the other side, we're going to attach our throw over strap. We're going to zip it closed and give it the final snap. This is what your bike's going to look like if you are not using a passenger backrest. Now we're going to take the saddlebags off really quick and show you the installation if you're running a passenger backrest. So now that we have these two bolts and our brackets removed, we're now going to remove this crossover bracket. This is not going to be reused if you're installing a passenger backrest. Basically, the passenger backrest has these same two holes that this bracket has in them already, but due to the fact that we are installing our saddlebag brackets, we are not going to be able to reuse the plastic component that typically goes over the top of the fender. Now because our throw over yoke covers this, it's really a moot point. You're not going to lose any of the aesthetics on the side of your Vulcan. We're using the same stock components that we used originally. Alright, if you're running a passenger backrest, this is what it's going to look like. Now in this particular installation, we reuse the OEM bolts. They go directly through our saddlebag brackets that then go through the sissy bar bracket. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take the bottom hook and loop straps for our setup here, and we're going to run them through these two holes in the bracket. We're going to bring the bag close to the motorcycle, and we're now going to lock in our mounting bar into these two tabs. Once we have those two bars locked into place, we're going to take our hook and loop and we're going to pull it and secure it to the bottom of our saddlebag. We're going to go ahead and attach our yoke here to the top of the saddlebag, pull it tight, and make the snap connection. Now we're going to take our opposite side saddlebag and snap it into the bar just like we did on the opposite side. Now that we have both of these saddlebags secured to the sides of the motorcycle, we're going to take our throw over strap right here called the yoke. We're going to pull our saddlebag up to the perfect angle that we're going to want on both sides. We're then going to lay our left and right yokes right across one another, allowing us to have optimum structural integrity and support of our bags as we're riding down the road. As can be seen in this video installation, these saddlebags work perfectly with or without a passenger backrest. These two pieces of plastic right here will not be reused in this installation. And as you can see, the beautiful nature of your Vulcan S has not been compromised. It's actually been enhanced with the Road Trip Saddlebags from Route 1. For more information, please visit nelsonrig.com. And if you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button down below and give this video a big thumbs up. I'm Kyle Bratcher from Nelson Rigg. Thank you for watching. Until next time, take care and ride safe out there.